Hey everyone, my name is Chaz, and today I'll be showing you guys part of a VOD review I did on stream with one of my students. If you'd like to watch full VOD reviews, make sure to check me out on Twitch using the link in the description. And the game that we were watching was of the most recent Cash Cup, and the topics that we cover should be on your screen right around now. And if you'd like to see more VOD reviews, make sure to let me know with a like or comment. But for now, let's get into the video.
Yep, ready.
Yeah, that's good. You just back off. It's fine. Yeah, this is... You definitely need to go. Like, you need to go to the other side of this. Because... Yeah, you need... Just because... Oh, right. Well, what circle is this? The YouTube thing. This is the third one, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to definitely get
No,
across,
this
which is
fourth
what
one,
you're doing.
I think.
Yeah, sorry, that's what I meant. I mean, the next one is the fourth one. Yeah, exactly. Alright, I'm gonna pause it again. So the next spot you choose to box up in, the good thing about this spot is that you get basically some mass, you refresh. However, it's not really a great spot when it comes to position because there's a lot of high ground around it, so you have all this like little mountains and stuff, like, well, hills. It's not really mountains, it's more like hills. I think I remember talking to you last time about boxing up against a hill, right?
Yeah.
So that would have been good here too. So like if you would have boxed up, if you go to 1822 and then pause it,
Yep.
then you basically see two hills, yeah? Like you see the one to the right and one to the left.
Yeah.
It would probably been a good idea to box up against this left hill, just because that's close to center. There's basically no one that's gonna kill you there. Like it's a pretty good spot if you want to just survive to end game. It's not really a power position. It's just kind of like a rat like just get placement kind of spot where you will not get focused most likely. Alright, I'm keeping going. Yeah, especially because you built out of wood here. This is such a scary... You could be getting focused so hard here.
Yeah,
especially...
Usually don't want to waste mats.
Yeah, but don't worry too much about wasting mats. Even if you would have... like, if you would have boxed up there, it would have cost you, like, 100 mats. You know? Don't worry too much about using your mats. Like, just be confident that you'll get a kill later on that's going to refresh your mats. You don't need to... You're not going to be able to survive the entire game without getting a kill anyways, mostly. Or at least, I shouldn't say it that way. I should say without getting refreshment on your mats.
Yeah, this player didn't rotate, so I just stayed in my box. Didn't have to rotate first.
Yo, what's up, Zinni? What's up, Pathetic? Pathequenic? Yeah, definitely build up against the wall next time with brick. That would have been my play.
Yeah, okay.
Like in this case, it's not a big deal because there's only 16 people alive. But imagine if there's 30 people alive, which is more of a... if you get more points, it'll be kind of around 30, probably.
Yeah.
Then you will be getting focused in this spot. For sure, 100%. Alright, and it's time to move. It even goes further. Like, imagine if you would have built up against that little hill, this guy would not have pushed you, and you would have been able to rotate way earlier. Right now, you're kind of in a bad spot because you kind of...
Yeah, I can't rotate because you focus me for sure.
Yeah, so I'm pausing at 21.4 right now. At this point, I probably just try to rotate just to see what he does. So like, just start building a couple wooden floors, start moving towards circle, and because quite often the people above you are kind of thinking the same thing. They're thinking, if I start moving now, this guy is going to shoot at me. So quite often people will let you rotate, especially if you're playing against a little bit like smarter players. So if you would have built, it's fairly risk-free to just go out a little bit in this situation because it's kind of died down. So he's basically waiting. You're basically waiting. He's basically seeing if you're gonna make a move, and you're seeing if he's gonna make a move. So if you make it clear, I'm trying to get away move, I'm trying to get to zone, quite often they'll just follow. Obviously, it's not completely safe because they'll still shoot you if they get the chance, but quite often they do let you go to some extent. Like they'll still shoot you if you give them a free shot, but I would definitely try to move at this point.
No, they just because.
Yeah, exactly. That'll happen quite a bit. Alright, I'm playing again.
You just pretty much went the other way. You rotate first and I follow.
Yeah, like this is a lot of time where you're basically just looking at each other like, are you gonna move? Like, and eventually he's like, okay, yeah, let's go. So yeah, he's kind of letting, okay, that's good. Yeah, I like, I think I like this, yeah. Guys are dumb. They're dead. Those guys that were build fighting, I doubt that they'll survive.
Actually get both kills.
Oh really? That's awesome.
Just a lucky one. Just...
Do this then. So here again, like I'd literally just tap fire. Oh, you did get the kill. Oh, that guy fell in the water. Okay. I see. Yeah, that guy was dumb. So right here, you probably still have like max metal, I think, if you had max metal before.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, just something I wanted to know. So is that like right? Let me see. Ah, that's fine. Yeah, good. Good thing that you placed a what's it call it? A ramp. You need to move. You need to get closer to that guy. That guy. Oh, there's a tree there. Actually, that's a good rocket. You need to keep moving.
I don't really know why I rotated here. Should I take it maybe the other way?
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, but then I was looking at like, actually this might be a decent way of going. Because the guys on this side...
Yeah.
Yeah, the guys on this side appear to be pretty... I think the problem was a little bit earlier though, like a lot earlier. Like the moment you chose to box up at that spot.
Yeah.
I'll show you after. I just want to play this out for a sec. You know what I mean? You still have floppers, right?
I believe so. Yeah, I did have
Oh.
some.
Note to self. So here it might be good to just chill in zone for just a sec, let them build in, follow them. Nice kill. Yeah, you definitely still have floppers. But this is obviously not a spot you want to be in. I think the...
They just focus me.
Yeah. This is not really where the flopper play is optimal. But I think I know where the spot happens. So if you go back, because I was kind of worried about it, and in the beginning I didn't think it was that big a deal because you weren't getting focused, but it definitely happened later. So when we look at 22, yeah, or sorry, yeah, 22-0. Alright, yeah, then you see yourself kind of jumping and kind of looking where to go. It's kind of similar to the same problem that I was talking about last time, where you box up in the open instead of next to other people. So in this case, it might have been a really good play to chill under that Vallacy guy. Just because if you're boxing up in a single box on the edge of zone here, the whole map can see you. And the likelihood of you getting focused is higher. And I was gonna say the moment you boxed up, but then I saw that you weren't getting focused, so I was like, maybe it wasn't that big a deal. But then it did happen later. So like at 22, you're kind of like walking. Yeah, I would have definitely kept moving. So at 22:10,
Yep.
where you decide to box up. 22. So you see Vallacy, like all that random ass brick stuff. That's really good. You can kind of see that as blocking line of sights and kind of natural cover. Obviously, it's not natural cover because he can edit it and all that. But if you just make sure that everything what is directly between you and other people is yours, then all that extra break is basically just extra cover. So if you box up right under there or like right next to it, then you have a lot of angles covered where you're not going to get focused from. As opposed to this where you're basically putting yourself in a single box on edge zone where everyone can see you. And I think the funny thing is I think you would have not gotten focus if those two guys that were build fighting weren't coming in late. But because those guys were coming in late, everyone in the map was looking this direction.
Yeah.
And which messes you up, you know? But I think a lot of the problems that we've seen this time and last time that we talked is all kind of similar, where you want to position yourself more in areas where there's less angles on you. So either with like hills or like natural stuff, or other indirect builds. So what I mean with that is that there's not someone directly behind those builds, because obviously you don't want to get edited on, but you know what I mean.
So to the next game.
Yeah.